Let's get on with the details now. The Right to Information Coalition Campaign Ghana has given government a 10-day ultimatum to quickly pass the Right to Information Bill or face their wrath. The bill has been in Parliament, or had been in Parliament, for over a decade before the previous Parliament was dissolved. A member of the RTI Coalition, Samson Ladia, says the passage of that bill is long overdue and actually needs urgent attention immediately if the fight against corruption is to be taken seriously.
This year marks 22 years since the Right to Information draft bill was drafted under the auspices of the Institute of Economic Affairs in 1996. It also marks 16 years since the executive arm of government in 2002 drafted the first RTI bill. This draft executive bill was subsequently reviewed in 2003, 2005 and 2007, but was never laid in Parliament until February 5th, 2010. Since then, the RTI bill has witnessed a series of failed promises to pass it from both the government of the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress. In 2012, the 2010 RTI bill lapsed and was relayed in 2016. In the final days of the sit Parliament, an effort led by Alban Bagbin, the then majority leader, to pass the legislation was not successful after objections were raised by the then minority NPP. According to the Right to Information Action Campaign Group, the recent pronouncement by the President on the 6th of March 2018 that the RTI bill will be laid before Parliament and passed before Parliament rises marks a new round of assurances by the government to fulfill its own promise to pass the RTI bill into law. The group says they are disappointed and can no longer wait. Samson Ladia is a member of the group. He says our democracy is meaningless without clear legislation that regulates access to information held by government and public sector offices.
We have been at this as a country for nearly 2 decades. That is the reason. That is the urgency. We have been at it for nearly 2 decades. What a shame that we want to pass a law that will give the citizens the right to ask questions about how leaders use their taxes. And that is so difficult to do. You want to pass a law that will allow citizens in a particular assembly to ask the question, why has this hospital not been finished after it was started how many years ago? To give the citizens the power to say, this road which was done in my community, the rains have come, the road has been washed away. What exactly happened? To give them this power, our governments have been running away. I don't get it. What do they have to hide? When they want to pass other laws, they pass them under certificate of what? Urgency. What else deserves urgency than the right to information?
According to the group, they expect the bill to be laid in Parliament before it goes on recess. Samson Ladia says the bill has to be passed sooner than later, or else the group will decide on its next line of action.
If there is any one single law that we have had sufficient time to work on, it is the Right to Information Law. It is the Right to Information Bill. It has gone through one Parliament and gone through another Parliament. The last Parliament had to do certain amendments to it, a number of them, and they were done. So you can't get it any better than that. It is ripe. They don't even need to waste time to pass it. They should pass it. It's as simple as that. And if they don't, we will continue to mount this campaign. We want to believe that the president is a man of his word, and he will ensure that he will use the majority that he has to ensure that this is done. After 10 days, you will get to know what will happen. Yes. They won't like it. They shouldn't let us get there. The parliamentarians who are paid with our money and who don't want the citizens to be able to ask whether or not they have declared their assets, they should watch out.
If it is a law that is going to benefit people in power, I am sure that would